American Morning, the most news in the morning, period. Weekdays 6 Eastern.
The former Tennessee senator is running third in our latest poll. He joins me now this morning. Senator, first thing I got to ask you about this morning.
Pretty good build-up.
Yeah, you like that? Here he is on stage. Got to ask you about this report that's out today that says if you don't finish better than third, you may drop out of the race before New Hampshire and throw your support behind McCain.
Any speculation as to what I may or may not do, it's just totally that. I mean, it's obviously some other campaign thought it was to their advantage to put that out. I've never said that. I've never implied that in public or in private. And should take that for what it's worth.
You did tell us last week when you joined us that you would like to finish better than third, but you never attached to it any notion of dropping out.
No, of course not. I mean, nobody's talking about, any kind of scenario past tonight. I mean, you look and see, and the whole world changes. Some people have the wind at their back and some don't, and you have to analyze the results and go from there. But I'm not playing into any pessimistic scenario. I think that we've got a great opportunity. It's going to be better than a lot of the so-called experts think. As I look back at 1980 and 88 and 2004, they were all wrong then about some pretty important outcomes. And, we've been getting big crowds.
You've done, 50 cities since the bus tour you've been on?
Right. Zombie says that we're experiencing a little surge. We had a little way to make up, but we're getting there doing retail politics just like we used to do in Tennessee. Feel very good about it.
Senator, I know how much you want to talk about the horse race, but we'd like to talk about some issues here this morning.
Oh, heck.
$100 a barrel oil yesterday. Looks like it could be heading up there again today. As president, what would you do to bring down the price of oil? Can it be brought down?
Well, that's that second question, I guess, is the best one, John, because it's a global market. There's nothing that we can do in the short run unilaterally that's going to bring it down like that. We're too dependent on foreign oil. It's over 60% of our oil now is foreign. We're not going to become energy independent in the near future, but we can be more diversified, and that's the thing we've got to move toward. We're getting too much oil from too many hot spots in the country. We can do better using the oil reserves we've got, nuclear, clean coal, alternatives and renewables, and more research into the solutions of the future. So we got to start doing a lot of things a lot better.
One of the big stories that's out there today is that the Department of Justice is initiating an investigation into the destruction of the CIA tapes. You were on the Intelligence Committee when you were in the Senate. Do you suspect that there could be obstruction of justice here in the destruction of those tapes?
I think we have to keep in mind that this is not an investigation into the tactics that were used on these terrorists. It was an investigation as to the tapes of the tactics and so forth. So we're getting a little bit removed from the crux of the matter. Now, if they lied or obstructed justice, they need to be investigated and prosecuted. But I don't know how Washington is sometimes. When something like this happens, it becomes politically unpopular, and they solve their political problems by going to court and prosecuting people, and one or two people are selected out for special treatment in terms of being prosecuted. I don't like that. But if you've got a responsible person in there that'll do the right thing and not try to please the politicians too much, but just do the right thing under the law, then I think that's probably the right direction to go in.
And I just want to close this morning, Senator, by asking you about something you said in the campaign trail the other day. You said that you're not consumed with politics. And here's the pertinent quote. "I'm not sure in the world we live in today it's a terrible good thing that a president has too much fire in his belly." Should voters be wary of anybody who looks like they want the job too much? And is there anyone currently in the race who might fit that description?
I don't think it's a good thing if you want the job too much, if you have too much personal ambition. I think one thing, if you're trying too hard, it makes you want to change your positions to fit the circumstances. And then you lose all the moorings, and the person can't tell what you really believe. And sometimes you might have a hard time really remembering what you really believe. I've tried to avoid all that. I feel like I can be a good president. I feel like that I know what the leadership of the next several years is going to require in our country and the kind of world we live in. But I'm not personally consumed with the notion of achieving the office or listening to Hail to the Chief all that much. So it's, I guess, an odd way for me to approach it, but that's the way I feel about it.
Everybody's got their own way. Senator, thanks very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Good luck to you today, and we'll follow where you go from here.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.